So we are here today. Bethel Park TV is covering the event to recognize a number of people. Today is the Bethel Park Citizen Award, and we have our awardees present. We're doing a little something special this year with recognizing Al Levine as the Citizen of the Year, and then recognizing the public safety service employees with the police, fire, and EMS. And they're going to be represented by the respective chiefs of police and fire. And we appreciate everybody being here, and they'll be coming up momentarily. Would you all be seated and relax?
Okay.
Take a seat. So with that,
There's an extra chair here.
Chief, we need to grab a seat over here if you want. So with that, at this time, I am going to read some notes here regarding Alan Levine. And he's being recognized as our Citizen of the Year of Bethel Park. So Al, with that, I do want you to know who nominated you. We have Ann Harder here. Ann nominated you.
David a nominating letter, so thank you, Ann.
Yes.
I
So
appreciate it.
Al here was born in 1956 in the Hill District. And we have our manager just walked in, Kristen Down. And he moved to Greentree in 1958. He's lived in Bethel now since 1983. Moved back in 2007. He's been here ever since. He had success playing baseball and football and graduated from Keystone Oaks High School in 1974 and was accepted to college to be an architectural engineer. Did play some college football at Juniata College and did end up going to college. Instead, he was actually hired by the Pittsburgh Press. Boy, the Pittsburgh Press, we haven't heard that for some time, huh? In 1975, he did get hired there and worked in the production department for 36 years. At the age of 22, he negotiated his first multi-million-dollar contract, was voted in to do 5 more of those terms. From 94 to 2010, he worked at United Way and solicited and raised money for a lot of good and worthy causes. He then took a buyout in November of 2010, and in 2011 he kept very busy helping out with the monthly newspaper. And in October 2011 he founded and was going to start his winning award BPTV show, Pittsburgh Sports Line. The goal was to entertain others with great sports talk. And it really is a good show. I've been on it a few times, and he does a great job.
At least 6 times better.
He promoted local business, athletes, events, fundraisers, and promoted his kidney issue, which Al, his son, donated his kidney to him, and he is an organ recipient, and we're very thankful that my brother got an organ as well, and that is something to behold. So that he also is a life awardee, raising $242,000, and he also did some things with the Pittsburgh Police with their kidney transplant operation. Al is a longtime supporter of Joey Fabus Childhood Cancer Foundation, of which I am as well, and many in this room are. We're so proud of that. He also is a supporter and big fundraiser for the Superheroes 5K Walk, which I always see him there, and in so many different areas, creating the Talking Show, which is, he covers the Talking Machine Show, pardon me, which covers, yeah, thanks, Al, which I'm sure you love to do that. He has over 900 shows on the YouTube channel. So he's all talked out, so he's not going to talk here very much. Al also helped, he also helped a young man raise monies for the Special Olympics for the polar plunge, and he beat his goal and raised over $15,000 for that. In August 19, 2023, he did his first Alzheimer telethon on BPTV, which is tremendous. He also wanted to honor his mom, who passed away at age 55 due to complications to that disease. And many of us sadly deal with loved ones that have Alzheimer's, and it's a very debilitating disease, and I have family that suffered with it as well, as I'm sure all in this room and the audience have. He hosts multiple other shows, including a jazz show, and he co-produces that show, and also 50 other shows that he's been involved with. He definitely does inspire others. The Speedy Gourmet, the Home Kitchen, this guy does it all. He does so many things with Jono and Maria Prasic, co-produced shows with the arts. He's coached girls basketball. He's been involved with Hillcrest Christian Academy, raising money for their fundraisers and promoting their local events. He's a trustee of the Bethel Park Community Foundation and a trustee of the Bethel Park Library Board. Holy heck. It just goes to wonder why Ann Harder did nominate Al Levine to really have this award bestowed upon him. And really, you know, Al is certainly a treasure for our community. He knows so many people, and he's ready to help when he's called upon. And so I do really believe that this award is certainly warranted. We had a number of good candidates, and again, I want to thank you for nominating Al. And without further ado, Al, if you could come present.
I don't know if I can stand up. I'm too tall now.
So, first of all, we want to provide this. This is a special recognition, Judges Association of Pennsylvania, in recognition of Alan Levine, who has been awarded the Outstanding Citizen of the Year Award by Ann Harder and many community citizens and residents. On behalf of myself, Judge Arnone, we congratulate you on this.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Also,
I'm honored and blessed, and thank you, Ann. I'm glad I found out you did it.
this is the medal that you'll receive here today with regard to the honor that we are bestowing upon you.
Thank you.
And additionally, you are receiving a $75 gift certificate from our friends at Bella's Restaurant on Fort
That's
Couch
5
Road.
minutes from my house.
Yes, I know it is.
When we going?
So, no, that's for you. You should
I don't want
probably,
to break rules in the court.
yeah,
I
you cannot.
apologize.
You should probably take Ann maybe. But anyways,
That's a good suggestion.
without further ado, Alan Levine. And we will,
First, I thank Ann. Judge, that was great. Heather's the best. I wrote 13 pages of stuff for her, and she said she enjoyed all of it. And I go, you know, it takes me 5 minutes to warm up to talk because I'm the talking machine. I said, in this case, I'll make it. You took a lot of the words out of my brain and mouth, but I want to honor and thank God for my parents. My mother died at a young age, had symptoms at 49. Me and my 3 sisters and dad were stunned. Back in the 80s, mid-80s, they didn't know much about Alzheimer's, so it was like we were in the dark. And I remember as a young kid, you know, I got stories. I'm about 10 years old, and my mother's helping neighbors on the phone with an aunt. She got done, and I said, Mom, why are you doing all that? She goes, what, Alan, being nice? I go, yeah. She goes, Alan, you don't know the problems that people have, so just be nice.
yeah.
Had the greatest dad in the world, sports family I come from. My uncle was on the first pre-NBA team. His nickname was Shmuley Levine. Myron Cope would talk about him on his radio show, saying to the young guys, if you play ball with him, you better have your head on a swivel. Friends of mine had broken fingers, broken noses, and everything. They go, why don't you play with your uncle? I said, I'm playing baseball and football, and I became a good pitcher and a good center on the team. Keep me away from that. At 65, he had arthritis so bad, he cried when they told him you can't play softball or basketball. So imagine the family I come from. If it's not about sports, well, I read history and graduated and stuff and was going to go to college. And my dad goes, hey, Alan, you can work on the Sons list. As you know, Your Honor, Sons lists are illegal now because nepotism's gone. So I'm thinking, you know, I'm a smart guy. I'm like, how's that even possible? He goes, you turn 18 on June 30th, you can get hired. No physical, nothing. I go, Dad, I got one question. I'm making $1.60 an hour at Ralph's Discount. What will I make? He goes, Alan, you're part-time, but you're on the Sons list, you make a union wage. Now, what's the minimum wage now? He said it was 8 1/4 that I would get paid. Guess what? Education went out, was supposed to play center for Juniata. Never looked back. 6 months later, January 6, 1975, got hired full-time. Youngest ever to negotiate multi-million-dollar contracts. I felt like a round peg in a square hole with all the people I was there. I did so well, they had me back 5 more times over 30 years. Took a buyout in 2010, and they called me, Mr. Union Man, why are you quitting? I go, look at newspapers. Wait, what is it? I had to pull these things out. I go, they're killing everything. And we're going downhill. I was in the department, stacked 30-pound bundles, 35-pound bundles of newsprint, put comics together, all physical. Those days are gone. What would have happened during COVID? You were like a foot apart. So it changed. I took the buyout, didn't know what to do, ended up selling an ad. I was helping a local newspaper, neighborhood monthly Gazette thing, and I meet a guy. Smoking Jim became my best friend because of him. He was not a good man. I proved that I can work with good or bad people. He brought me my best friend, and we met, and I won't let him talk because he can talk as much as I can. And within 10 minutes, he goes, I may have seen your dad on the court. I said he had a booming voice, number 22 on a push. He goes, I know your dad. I go, well, he's dead. So, you know, that's how we became friends. We started this show on a whim. The guy who got us together said, come up with a name. I go, okay, Pittsburgh Sports Line, all one word. He goes, what are you talking about? I go, we're in Pittsburgh, and we talk about sports. I come from a newspaper family. It's a line. He goes, that's stupid. 44 awards later, 900 some shows going. Just by guess, I think I might have done the right thing. And I'm not bragging. My son said, Dad, don't brag. I go, did Babe Ruth hit 700 plus home runs? He goes, yeah. I go, I only won 44 awards in 11 years. I'm a piker. I ain't bragging, as they say, but I'm still doing it. And I started all these other shows because Dave Cable said, if you have an idea, we'll do it. And he knows I won't stop. Special thanks to Dave Cable. I won't tell the story when we first met him with this guy, but the guy was, I'll give you a hint, the guy was supposed to talk. And Dave goes, what do you guys want to do? And he paused. I said, we want to do a live sports show every week in prime time. He goes, what about, you know, Monday night at 8 o'clock? And I go, there's something called Monday Night Football. He goes, how about Tuesday night at 7? That started it all. I owe it all to Dave. I wouldn't be here talking to you, and all my new friends and new listeners. I could go on, but I love promoting other people.
Unfortunately, you only have 30 seconds.
I was waiting for the deadline because I salute you, and I'll be 68 this year. How many people do you know are now a pro MMA promoter? I have my first event, All-American. Isn't he great as a segue? We're looking at 1,000 to 1,500 fighters. I got everybody lined up. We got fighters, all the top MMA gyms. Guess who they know? The Talking Machine. When I told him I'm starting it because I promote sports people.
Where's it going to be?
All-American Fieldhouse. I won't say Monroeville because he says he lives in Monroeville. That's my best friend. And I just want to know you're all available. You can go to ColiseumCombatZone.com. And thank you for letting me talk extended here. I know he gave me an extra minute.
Alexis, do you want to come up? We have Alexis here from Senator Robinson's office who has a citation to present to you.
Oh, my
Yes.
goodness.
Hi, as Judge Arnone said, I'm Alexis from Senator Robinson's
Us owls will
office.
stick together. Go ahead.
And I just have a few words to say, not as many as the talking machine here, but we just wanted to present this to you from Senator Robinson for all of your.
Tell him I said hello. That's my friend.
I will. I definitely will. He's
Tell
in
him-
Harrisburg right now for
Tell
budget
him you
hearings.
met Alan Levine, the talking machine,
I
in
will.
person, and he does talk a lot.
I certainly will. So we just wanted to give this to you on his behalf. Like I said, he's in.
I'm not
budget
going to read
hearings
it,
right
but
now.
I always got to do my talking machine point.
That's right.
Yes,
That's a
You
classic.
can be in the picture with me here.
we were looking here.
Yes.
Thanks, Alan. We have a couple other people to.
But on behalf of the senator, congratulations.
Aw,
on
thank you
Thanks,
so
everything
much.
you've
Alexis.
done for the community.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I defer to everybody else. Thank you.
Thanks, Alan. That was well done. I can't believe that might be a record of the least amount of
I have
words.
to tell you, Judge, I had 20 pages written down. I threw them all away to come in and try to talk.
Well, that's why I brought the chief here. So, anyway,
Thank you.
so I do want to recognize some people that are here. We have one of our former recipients, Lisa Jenkins, who's here. She's a recipient of the Citizen of the Year Award. And we are going to, in a few moments, because I know the chiefs aren't going to be as wordy, we're going to go out in the lobby and pull off the cloth and see your name and lights. So your name will be engraved on the plaque
Oh, thank you.
along with the public safety employees. I do want to also recognize the President of Council, John Oakes, who's here. Ron, you want to wait until after the public safety?
We can do that.
Yeah, why don't we do that?
That's fine.
Councilman Council Magno's here. Councilman Jenkins. We have our manager, our municipal manager, Christine Denny. I'm going to be bringing the chiefs up. We have the Reverend here. So good to see you, Reverend. Pastor, I should say. Right? And Smoking Jim, we have the chief. We already mentioned Ann and Michael. And thanks again to BPTV for being here. So now at this time, did I miss anybody? Brad and Heather, of course. Appreciate you guys and all you do for all of us, and Johnny. At this time, we're going to recognize the Bethel Park Public Safety, and if we could have Chief Arnold and Chief Gerber come up, please. You guys want to come up here front and center?
Thank you.
Absolutely. So at this time, with regard to the Bethel Park Public Safety, I'm going to bestow upon each of you to be housed wherever you wish, a special recognition on behalf of the citizens of Bethel Park and the Special Courts Judges Association, hereby recognizing the public safety. And I'm going to say this with regard to not only Bethel Park, but Upper St. Clair, to say it all in one. A young lady by the name of Jess, she had wanted another individual recognized, and that individual name is Joe Harton. And we all know Joe. Joe's a great guy, and he does the stuff with the dogs and everything. And so Jess Elder, she had written us, and we made sure that Joe was recognized at the meeting. I want to thank the mayor and council for doing that, because I initiated the communication, and Kristen and I know your staff and everyone took hold of that. And by the way, the mayor did contact me. He's having some issues that he's dealing with, and so he couldn't be here today. But with that, I thought to myself, and it occurred to me, boy, wouldn't it be great if we could recognize all the public safety employees, the police and the fire and the EMS as well, because every day, day in and day out, whether it be in Upper St. Clair or Bethel Park or in this region, in this area, these individuals, whether it be fire, police, or EMS, do special things every day to save a life or to put their life in danger. And so I thought, gosh, I'd be completely remiss if somewhere on that plaque wasn't the public safety employees. And so from the bottom of my heart, and the work and job that you all do is incredible. And so I did want to make those comments. And with that, again, Chief, this is for you. And also, we do have the medal. I don't know if you want me to put it on you, but I will. And then Chief Gerber as well, we have one for you over at the firehouse.
Thank you.
And I'm going to give you a medal as well. Oh, I'm sorry. I usually don't miss.
That's all right. Thank you. Thank you.
And you know, these guys, and they're the most humble, modest guys, including, you know, when we get Chief Wharton up here, Mr. Garlick. But I can say, like, these are the leaders of these departments, and they are very humble people. But it takes a lot to lead a department and to do the things you do operationally, administratively. And so, again, thank you so much. And if you guys would like to say a couple words.
Thank you, Judge. I appreciate you honoring the police department, and on behalf of the officers, I want to thank you for this recognition. You always go out of your way to recognize the hard work that our officers do, so thank you for that.
Thank you so much.
Just like Chief Arnold said, we appreciate you recognizing us. It's wonderful. I know they've called me yesterday and invited me over here, said that you were looking for us to stop by, so we really, really appreciate that. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thanks, Chief. I really appreciate that. Mr. President, I'm sure you'd say a few words about Alan, and while you have your chiefs up here.
Yeah, so first, real quick, sorry, I lost my voice this morning. On behalf of Councilman Consimagno, Councilman Jenkins, and the rest of our council, our municipal manager, Ms. Denny, we really like to thank Al for all his hard work. I'm sure, you know, Dave Cable and Nick, they really help out Bethel Park TV. He really, it's a great thing he's doing for the community. And to be real honest, Al is what makes Bethel Park a great place. It makes it a great place for people to work, play, and live, and we really appreciate it. So thank you very much, Al.
Thank you,
really
sir.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, all of you. I appreciate it.
And last, in regards to our first responders and Upper St. Clair and all our public safety officials, they're the first line. They're what residents see, all our constituents see first. And really, it's proud. It makes our community and as well as Upper St. Clair's a first-class community. So we really appreciate it. Thanks again.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Yep.
Thank you. We can get a couple pictures after, but does anybody else have anything they want to say with regard to the Bethel Park Public Safety? Okay, we're going to bring up Upper St. Clair now. Thank you, guys. Thank you, John. And hang out because I want you guys to see the plaque, please. Rich, yes, I was sitting next to you, talking your hair off every day, I guess.
That's all right.
So, Chief, I want to recognize, of course, the Upper St. Clair Public Safety. That's the fire, EMS, and I know former Deputy Chief and firefighter and somebody who does a lot for the department, the fire department. Thank you so much. And so I want to give you guys also the medals. And
I feel uncomfortable, thank you.
yeah, sorry,
Appreciate that.
I got it over that big head. Love you, brother. All right, so I'm sure you guys would like to say a couple words on behalf of your respective departments.
Thank you. First off, I talked to Chief Keith Morse from Tri-Community South
Thank
EMS.
you.
He couldn't be here today.
Thank
so
you.
he extends appreciation and being honored as well. And I do want to tell you that I do appreciate this. I'm speaking on behalf of my staff, my entire staff, and more so the frontline officers who are out there shift work and the wee hours of the morning. We're humbled by the recognition that you're giving us. in honoring our police department.
Thank you so much, Chief. I appreciate that.
What Chief Wharton said, I obviously agree with, but on behalf of the men and women of the Upper St. Clair Fire Department, we thank you. Thank you, Judge Arnone. We really do appreciate it. So,
Thank you so much,
for your
gentlemen.
support.
Thank you. You guys can wrap that up. Before we got, I'll show you those. I'll show you the plaque. But the last thing I do want to say is that you know, with regard to the joint efforts that I know works from Manager Denny and and Matt all the way up and all the way down, and it is nice to have and live in communities that work together and do things together, and that's important. It's important to back each other up. It's important to work on mutual endeavors that are good for for the community. So I would implore you to continue to do that. Al, thank you. I knew there would be some humor involved, and I knew that you would keep us all entertained, and you did not fail to do that.
I
So-
salute you, Judge, and thank you so much again from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you.
I'm rarely at a loss for words, but when you called, if you noticed, I couldn't talk right away.
Yes, I did.
So thank you very
I
much.
did notice that, and I appreciate your humility as well. You do a lot, as everybody has said. So with that, we are going to go ahead out and take off the cloth and reveal the plaque. And can we get? I want to get a quick picture, Al, with you.
Only if Harry takes it.
Well, how about Heather?
Heather's welcome to now.
And then I'm gonna get a picture with the chiefs, and then we're gonna get everybody out of here. I promised everybody we'd be out of here in 30 minutes, so.
All right, Judge, are we good?
We're good. Let's go
I
reveal
defer
the
to the
plaque.
judge.
and we'll-
What is next?
Of course. Oh, it's so much cooler out here.
Yes, that's what I wanted to talk about.
All right, guys, this will forever be immortalized. We had Al Levine, and then the Bethel Park Public Safety Service employees, Bethel Park and Upper St. Clair.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You can see all the other recipients. This started in
Thanks to all you
2017.
guys.
So,
Thank you.
thank you guys
Thank you,
all.
Judge.
God bless.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. I will for sure.